Hey there, welcome back. We are going to be diving into a new set of Kiwi Co unboxings. I ordered the Atlas Crate, Eureka Crate, and Yummy Crate for my two homeschooled kids in the 2023-2024 school year. We no longer get these subscriptions, but these were a fun extra thing for us to do during our homeschool year and during the summers. The first thing I'm going to do is go through our Atlas Crate. I'm going to go ahead and move these out of the way and then we will get started. So up first we have our Atlas Crate. In this crate we will be unboxing an exploration to Indonesia. We will see projects to build a running Komodo dragon, design a batik bag, and explore Indonesia. These kits are for ages 6 and up. And with this subscription, we went ahead and ordered the add-on book. I believe this was an additional $10, but you can check my first video in this series, which was an unboxing of 3 sets of these kits. And I did link all of the pricing in that video. I will put something in the cards and in the description where to find that video. So first we're just going to take a quick peek at this storybook. It is The Gift of the Crocodile, a Cinderella story by Judy Sierra, illustrated by Reynold Ruffins. These books are generally great picture books. My kids are a little bit older. At the time that we were getting this, they were 11 and 13. A lot of these books were kind of below their reading level. So that wasn't a great fit for us. If I had to do it again, I would say if you're going to order these books, probably if your kids are under 10, they're great. A lot of them are, again, the picture books. There were a few that were a little bit more for a mature audience, but for the most part, I just didn't feel that these were really worth the extra $10 for us, but they will be great when we donate them back to our charter school. So I do wish Kiwi Co, if they ever watch my videos, would offer an option in this kit that you could pick maybe the ages of your kids, like do the picture books for ages 6 to 10, and then maybe for, 11 to 13, do a little bit older, but I don't know. Either that or tell us a cap on these, because if they're only intended for kids from 6 to 12, then you're probably fine. So I'm just going to do just a brief overview of the book. It says, in the Spice Islands, where clove and nutmeg trees grow, a girl named Demura lived long ago. So it says, Demura is a beautiful girl, as kind and lovely as the little green parrot that perches on the nutmeg tree. But Demura's stepmother and stepsister mistreat her. They forced her to rise before dawn, carry out all the chores, and sleep on the floor. One day, while down by the river, Demura calls out to the creatures of the wild for help. Rising from the waters, an ancient crocodile answers the call. This unusual fairy godmother, aptly named Grandmother Crocodile, outfits Demura in a sarong of gold with slippers to match and sends her to the palace to dance for the prince. Once he sees her, the prince knows that she will be his bride. But the fairy tale isn't quite over. Demura's wicked stepmother and stepsister are so jealous that they push Demura into the river, where she is swallowed by a crocodile. Too bad they didn't know about Grandmother Crocodile. The Gift of the Crocodile, a tale from the Spice Islands of Indonesia, offers a colorful and dramatic twist on the universally adored Cinderella story. So that sounds really cute. You've got a picture of, I'm assuming, Grandmother Crocodile and Demura. If I'm saying that wrong, I do apologize. And I'll just do a quick flip through. Not going to show you all the pages because I do believe in supporting the authors, but I can say that these illustrations are beautiful. If you can hear my neighbor's dog, I apologize. Oops, I'm gonna go back and do a couple more. Pretty, pretty. And then there is a full floor note. I'm not gonna read all of that, but a very cute book. I like to donate our books back to our charter school. This set of subscription boxes, our charter school did not actually pay for. I paid for all of these out of pocket, but we have a small lending library for the other kids that homeschool, and I think that this would be a cute addition, or even for like the kindergarten class. They do have some on-site kindergarten there, and this would be really cute for them. So put that aside, and we'll go ahead and we will start with our unboxing. So I am not sure if my kids have gotten into this. It was already opened, but we'll see. So we've got our little packet here, travel packet. We've got some instructions for our projects. Yeah, it looks like they have actually gotten in here and done a few things. So that's okay. It's all right. We've had these for a while now. So the first thing we have here for our projects is a make your own, I think it's batik bag, but batik is also a type of fabric, so I could be saying that wrong. Design and paint a canvas tote. Designs in glue resist the paint to make them a pattern, or to make a pattern, as it says. Okay. So here it talks about the patterns, and it says what you get. Large designs. Well, this is our wax paper, like, splat mat. And then it says large designs. So I'm just going to open this because we've got a lot of pieces in here, and we'll just kind of take a look. Those are kind of pressed board pieces. I think these are our pieces. So like this here, and it opens up. So we've got large designs and small designs. So you've got, as you take these apart, there's different pieces. And then they're calling these the handles. Okay. Oh, and then these are the stamp plates. So my guess is that you're going to put some of these on here, and then these are the handles that go on the back. I'm picking up what they're putting down. I'm just going to put that back in there. And then we have the bag itself, which has some kind of tic-tac-toe looking patterns on one side. The other side is just blank. You have a little tray, a clear cup, some glue, a sponge brush, and some acrylic paint. And then it just gives you all of the directions how to make your little stamps. You're going to put the glue into the little tray and stamp the designs on with the glue. And then it looks like you use the little dauber, whatever they're calling this guy, to cover the fabric in paint. And then that will make your bag and your design. And then there's a little bit of extra information about dyeing fabric and the process. So that's very cute. Then we have our make your own Komodo dragon. Build a racing reptile. Power up this speedy lizard with a motor. And my kids have already built this. So we're going to open it up here. It gives you some information about the Komodo dragon. It gives you the instructions how to build it. More instructions about how to build. Oh, there's the pieces. And then your Komodo dragon is ready to roll, and some facts. So let me just get some these little extra pieces off of here. This is our Komodo dragon. And it's falling apart. Oh, I guess that piece was supposed to stay where it was. What's going on? That's supposed to be like a leg. Okay, and that kind of goes here, I guess. I feel like this should be a tail. But that's, yeah, it's like one of the pullbacks. Like so you pull it back, and then he scoots along. So, and I don't have a lot of room on this table, so it's not really going to work very well. I'll just put him away. And here we have our little envelope to tell us of the travels in Indonesia. So we've got Discover Indonesia. There's some facts over here, some information here, and then at the bottom we have a little word find. In this, things to do in this crate: explore Indonesia with Anya and Milo, build a racing Komodo dragon, design your own batik bag, wade about in rice fields, rice up some keepsake bakar, do a dance with plates called tari piring, explore the volcanic crater of Lake Toba. And we have our little sticker here for Indonesia. And if you have never hung out with me before on one of these unboxings, these little cards here go into a book. I will be putting that together when I'm completely done with all of the unboxings so that I can do a review of everything we've received in this 12-month set. So this goes over information as far as Indonesia, if you were to go, more information here. Then there are kind of like journal pages. These are as if Milo and Anya were documenting their trip. There are some Indonesian words with pronunciation. If you have watched the videos, you know I have a thing about not including pronunciation on every single piece of documentation they give you, but they do at least provide you with things like how to say goodbye, yes or no, please and thank you, and for some reason, happy birthday. I've got more cards. So this is day 1, and then you've got days 2, 3, and 4 on the back. We've got an Explore card about Lake Toba, more information about that. An Explore card, it says greetings from Bali's rice fields. More information about those. Let's see, I don't see any pronunciation, so if I pronounce this wrong, I do apologize. Tari piring, and they give you information about what you will need and how to do some of the dancing. That's kind of cool. They also give us this recipe here for, I think it says keepsake bakar, a peel good Indonesian treat. Oh, it's cooked bananas. That's cool. Cool. So bananas, cooking oil, sugar, and then additional toppings, white cheddar cheese. That's interesting. Coconut flakes, chocolate sprinkles, or condensed milk. Very cool. And we will be doing some of the recipes. I don't know if we will record making the recipes or if I will just make some of them and then give a review at the end. But that is our unboxing from Atlas Crate for Indonesia. I'm gonna see if I can get this all to fit back in here and close the lid. Again, this is for ages 6 and up. You do not have to go with the additional book, but we did for this set. I'm going to clean all this up, move it away, and we will get started with our Eureka Crate. And here we have our Eureka Crate. This is for ages 14 and up. Build your own tabletop tripod, make a portable, posable tripod, and snap your next award-winning shot. Now, I can already tell from the weight of this box that my daughter has already dug into it and made the tabletop tripod. I have a feeling she has it in her room. So when I do a review of all of the kits, I may do 3 separate videos, one for each subscription that we've received, like Atlas Crate, Eureka Crate, Yummy Crate. And I will show any of the projects that she has made that we still have. I do believe she still has this. I think she uses it in her room. But we will go ahead and open up our box. Yeah, I can see that there's just a few things left in here. So I'm going to just put this to the side, like really out of the way. And we'll just take a look at our maker's guide. Every Eureka Crate comes with a maker's guide. I want to say this is probably the thickest one I've seen so far, but this is an image of what the tabletop tripod looks like. It's really designed like for cell phones, with this kind of claw thing going on up here, but it's fairly similar to the tripods that I use for my own business. Talks about what is in this booklet, step-by-step instructions to build a tabletop tripod, plus explorations of the science, engineering, and history behind the design. So you've got a little bit of information here. They do always include some sort of patent information. This is the C. Wetham tripod camera support, and it's dated, the application was filed April 1st of 1901. It includes a list of everything included. One of the things I do like about this kit is that they generally give you the tools you need to put it together. So it's not just the pieces that put it together. They've also included grease in this, but they include the hex key and a screwdriver. If your family is anything like my family, screwdrivers are constantly going missing. I have a ton of screwdrivers all over the house so that we always know where we have a flat head and a Phillips head screwdriver. So we have here our table of contents. There is the science of capturing light, some build sections. What's that stuff? Silicone grease. A little bit more of the build sections. Behind the design, tabletop tripod, the history, the rise of daguerreotypes, 5 things, cool camera stabilizers, and design challenge, movie magic. So here we talk about capturing light. This is something I've learned a bit about being a handmade business owner. You have to learn how to take pictures, when to take them, how to stabilize your camera so that the image isn't shaky. So that I think is great for kids to learn. You have your building sections here. And then it talks about the silicone grease. I have a feeling this is similar to what I use for my commercial embroidery machine. So that's pretty cool that it talks about it. I think it's cool at least because there are different kinds of greases and lubricants, and some aren't very good for different applications. So it's good to let kids know early on that they need to check these things out to make sure they don't ruin their equipment. You've got your how to use your tripod, how to use the clamp, how to set up your shot, moving the camera, hold it right there. Your tripod can support more than cameras. Here are some ideas to get you going. So binoculars and telescopes, an easel, laser level, other cameras. books, a standing rack. So that's really neat that it has all of that. I have said this in most, if not all, of my videos. I absolutely love that they include a troubleshooting section. I will repeat it until forever that I think everyone needs to know how to troubleshoot when it comes to pretty much anything. Things to look for in how to fix it before you either throw it away or spend a lot of money calling someone else. You've got information about behind the design. They've got this by the numbers section. It tells you the maximum height of this particular tripod, the grease used in testing, that's the amount, test selfies taken, 45, only 45 selfies. That seems low to me. And legs on the tripod, 3 because it's a tripod. I feel like that's just filler. Like, I feel like they could have come up with something else, but who knows. Then you have information about the rise of daguerreotypes. I think I'm saying that right. It's been a long time since I've seen that word in print. And then 5 things you didn't know about cool camera stabilizers. No crane, no gain, the wheel deal, ready, steady, go, the light stuff, and daring drones. Included in all of these Eureka Crates is a design challenge. In this one, it is called Movie Magic. You've got a tripod and a camera to put on it. How will you use them? Put your creativity to the test by making your own film. It talks about creating a storyboard and putting together a little movie. That's pretty cool. And then on the back, they give the Connect With Us information. Eureka Crate and Kiwi Co. can be found on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Pinterest. That is our Eureka Crate. Again, this is for ages 14 and up. I will put links in the description to each of the subscriptions. They are not, at this time, affiliate links. I do not get paid to review these. I did not get paid to look at them. I paid for all of this myself, and I just wanted to share the information. I'm going to go ahead and move this and get my Yummy Crate, and I will be right back. The last crate in our box is the Yummy Crate. This is for ages 6 and up. This one is called Fluffy and Filling. We've got gnocchi and more tasty taters. Sounds like a plan. I feel like I've opened this before and looked at it. I don't know if I've done an unboxing for it, but I feel like I've looked at it at least. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take out all of our things. Okay, and if you have, I keep saying that, I feel like, if you have watched videos before, then you know that this has been a topic for me. The older crates that we got had this folder for information. The last few Yummy Crates that we received didn't have this. They kind of cut back, it looked like, on the paperwork that they sent. And they also used to send 3 recipes, and in newer crates, they only sent 2 recipes. I preferred this older design. I know it's probably not the most green because there is more paperwork, but I just felt like it was easier to keep it all like in this little binder kind of thing. Because with these recipe cards, they do not have hole punches. They are a little bit odd shaped, so they're difficult to store. So at least in these binders, they're a little bit easier to contain. But anyway, in our little book here, we have our sticker. It says Best Spuds. And in this crate, meet the stuff inside potatoes. Starch. Make your own nummy gnocchi. Bake sugar and spice sweet potato cookies. Load twice cooked potatoes with the works, sprout some sweet potato pals, design potato stamp wrapping paper, and find out if sweet potatoes really are potatoes. Then we have our high grown-up section. So we're going to go ahead and get to this first. What they included at the very top is your Dear Grown-Up Sous Chef kind of a letter. It gave you an idea of the projects you would be working on, some of the tools you received. They give you your ingredients lists and any other materials that you're going to need. And then on the back here, it gives you suggested ingredient substitutions if you need it to be vegetarian, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, or nut-free. And then we have 2 projects. This is Make Spud Stamps, print a pattern with potatoes. Stamp your own one-of-a-kind wrapping paper. I did this as a kid. I really feel like I've unboxed this before, so either I have lost the footage or I just looked at it and I don't know. Maybe I did it during a live. Who knows? Who really knows anymore? So you've got some information about potatoes. What you get is some wrapping paper. This is interesting because this shiny side here feels like waxed paper. So I'm curious how the stamp is going to work. You have a cookie cutter, some toothpicks, an ink pad, and what they call a mess mat, which is really just a very large piece of waxed paper. You will need some things from home, like a cutting board, a sharp knife, a butter knife, scrap paper, 2 books or heavy objects, and a russet potato. I don't know why it has to be a russet potato, but maybe they tell us that in the rest of it. But it talks about how to make your stamp, how to print a pattern. Cool. And then there's some tasty tidbits on the back. I don't usually read all that stuff because if you're interested in it, I think you should buy the subscription, to be honest. So in this, you can grow your own sweet potato pal, dig into the starchy energy of this tasty tuber, help your sweet potato sprout roots and shoots. I'm gonna be totally honest, I'm not a huge fan of sweet potatoes, so we will probably skip this, but who knows? You never know with me. So they're saying what you get is the toothpicks, which we saw in the very first one. What you'll need is a sweet potato, a clear jar or drinking glass, water, a marker, and a clean dish towel. It talks about root vegetables and how to get your project going. This seems fairly similar to growing an avocado tree out of the pit. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm okay with it. And then you've got some tasty tidbits on the back here. Next, we have our Yummy Zine, Spudtastic Starch. So this Yummy Zine is really just a way that they incorporate a little bit more science, history, language arts, math into these projects. You've got Ginger and Barley's Restaurant, The Potato Problem. So this is kind of like a short story, cartoon sort of thing. Spudtastic Starch, The Stuff That Helps. Baked potatoes get fluffy, gnocchi puff up like pillows, and potato salads stay chunky. So this is kind of the science aspect where it talks about why the things do what they do. Spice up your table conversation with tasty questions and satisfying answers. Chew on this. And it just gives you some questions and answers about, looks like potatoes. Go figure. The Potato Man. In the 1700s, potatoes were a staple food in South America. But in France, people thought potatoes were poisonous. One man was determined to change all that. So it talks about this Antoine Augustin Parmentier. I don't know if that's saying it right. It's French, so usually this is an EA sound. So it talks about his plight for the potato. We have our chef surprise, which is a word find. And then you can get more science, food, and fun when you go to youtube.com/KiwiCo. They are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. And they do have like tons of different ideas and information and all that. Now we're going to skip over to our recipe cards. So this is still when they were giving 3 recipe cards. We have gnocchi. Makes 3 servings. Prep time is 60 minutes. Cook time is 10 minutes. The difficulty level is medium, and the skills will be stovetop and knife. We have the section to gather your tools. The only thing they include in this kit is your gnocchi board. So it's got some ridges on one side and it's flat on the other. I don't have one of these, so that works out well for me. It's got your ingredients list. And then we have your instructions about how to make your gnocchi. And it looks like they have some kind of a, yeah, they tell you kind of what sauces and how to top it and that sort of thing. So that's pretty cool. And then you've got this at the back. Try this. You can top your gnocchi with homemade sage and butter sauce. So they give you kind of a homemade sauce to put it together. Twice cooked potatoes. I don't know if I'm a weirdo, but when I was a little kid, you could get, I mean, you can still get them now, but we used to get, when I was a kid, twice baked potatoes in the freezer section. And they were my favorite. I love potatoes in general, but I loved twice baked potatoes. They're so good. So this makes 4 servings. The prep time is 20 minutes. The cook time is 45 minutes. Medium difficulty, and the skills would be knife and oven. So it has a section to gather your tools, all of the ingredients that you're going to need. And then again, it walks you step by step through the process of making your potatoes. And then try this, bake your own bacon bits. So it just talks about how to make your own bacon bits for your topping. This is interesting to me, sweet potato cookies. I mentioned before, I'm not a fan of sweet potatoes. I don't know why, I'm just really not. But making potatoes into cookies sounds really interesting to me. This card is a little bent. So this makes 30 to 36 cookies. Prep time is 30 minutes and cook time is 15 minutes. It is a medium difficulty and the skills will be dough and oven. So on the back, we have our gather our tools section, the ingredients that we can prep. Now they do tell you in these sections to measure and prep your ingredients. If you have little kids, because this is for ages 6 and up, if you have younger kids, I would say under maybe 10 years old, and if they're not familiar working in the kitchen, I would advise to go ahead and measure these things out, put them in their containers on your counter. You can label them, they can practice reading, you can go over what the measurements mean, all that good stuff. My kids, at least my older daughter, she has been cooking for quite some time, so we use these measurements to practice math, especially when we double and triple a recipe. It's great when you have to work with fractions, as long as you're watching them while you're doing it to make sure that they're getting that fraction correct. So it goes over the recipe about how to make these cookies. I just want to look at some of the ingredients: baking powder, baking soda, salt, sugar, cinnamon, vanilla. Okay. And they're suggesting a can of sweet potatoes. So that's cinnamon, and I know sweet potatoes, obviously they have sweet in the name, but I think at Thanksgiving people do like marshmallows on the sweet potatoes, so it's kind of a sweet dish anyways. So that will be interesting to try. We'll have to put that in our to try list. But that is our Yummy Crate. Again, this Yummy Crate is called Fluffy and Filling, Gnocchi and More Tasty Taters. The Yummy Crate is for ages 6 and up, and the links to the Yummy Crate will be in the description. I'm going to go ahead and grab the other boxes, and I will be right back. You have it, friends. We have our Atlas Crate, Eureka Crate, Yummy Crate, and our book add-on for our Atlas Crates. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in the pricing for these crates, go ahead and check out the first video in this collection. I unboxed 3 sets of each of these crates, and I do a breakdown of the pricing. I think I have one more box to go through, and then I will have all 12 boxes unboxed, and then I will start working on my review of the kits. We did not reorder these for our current school year, mostly because my kids are now 12 and 14. They've kind of aged out of a lot of these boxes, and we just decided to just go with schoolwork, and we added in our own extra things. We also have so many of these boxes hanging out around our house that we can grab them at any time. Kiwi Co., in addition to their subscriptions, you can also order individual boxes so that you can see if you like the style of the box. I don't think that they offer all 3 of these individually, but they do offer a select number of projects in each of these, as well as other categories for age and type of project. And that way you can try them out. They even have a section that you can order multiple boxes of the same project if you wanted to offer them as like a birthday party favor, which I thought was brilliant, because I think that for birthday parties for kids, we get so caught up in trying to plan activities and then have prizes and then have goodie bags and all the things. And if you order a set of the Kiwi crates to do, then you already have your activity and they get to take it home. I think that's like an all-in-one win. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will hang out with you again real soon. Bye-bye.